Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Ragbir Singh, and I'm a daily vlogger, you can say. I vlog about travel, food, and pretty much everything that I do. And for those of you who are returning viewers, thank you very much for your support since day one. Now, today's video is a little bit different from our previous videos because today we're going to talk about an experience that I had yesterday. And that experience was the Emirates Airlines assessment day for the position of a cabin crew. Now, if you are planning to be, or if you're planning to attend the Emirates assessment or recruitment or open day, they call it, I suggest you stick around in this video because I'm going to give you a quick overview of what it was like to attend the assessment day, what you can expect to do at the assessment day, and what you should and what you should not do. So I'll give you a very quick overview, a very quick guidelines to help you master through the day, and probably also suggest some things that you must try to avoid at the assessment day. So let's start off with the first thing that you do, that is try to arrive. Actually, the first thing that you should do is try to arrive at least 30 minutes before the start of your time. So let's say if you were scheduled to start at 9, make sure you get there at least by 8:30, 8:45. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is register. Now, registration usually is done online. However, yesterday they were not really prepared for it, and they had to do, I would say, about 80% of the registrations are on the spot because a lot of people just thought it's an open day and they popped up at the venue. But I had my registration done online at their career website, so be sure to double check with that if you're heading to the open day without any registration, or you got an invitation by registering online on their website. Now, the registration is done, then you will be given a candidate number, and based on the candidate number you will be divided into groups. So depending on the number of people that are present at the day of assessment, you might be broken into a group of 5 or a group of 10. For us, we were split into a group of 10. After you've been divided into groups, you will be asked to present yourselves in front of the whole room as a group. Just a very brief self-introduction, and that self-introduction should be about 40 seconds to 50 seconds, or at least 30 seconds. So 30 to 50 seconds. Try to keep it between that. Now, 30 to 40 seconds is actually not a lot of time for you to explain, to introduce yourself, because usually when we go to interviews, 30 to 40 seconds you usually take up by just telling your name, your age, and that's pretty much it. So you really have to be sharp and to the point with what you say. Usually what they're expecting you to say in this self-introduction is obviously your name, your age, any customer service experience. That is what they want to hear, and these are the main 3 things. And another interesting thing that they might ask you, like for us they did, was if you are actually selected to be a cabin crew at Emirates, what would be your first dream destination to fly to? And so these are the 4 things that they asked us to mention. Obviously, I did mention that, my name is Ragbir Singh, I'm 29 years old, and I've had several years of customer service experience because I've worked in the food and hospitality industry for about 2 years, and I've also had front-hand sales experience dealing with customers walking in to the stores, and online customer service experience as well. So that's what I mentioned, and my dream destination was Madrid because, as I said, I am a really big football fan and I really want to see Real Madrid play and at their home stadium. So you can just make things up for the last questions, but for the first 3 parts you have to make sure that you are really confident in what you say. This first part of the assessment day is really important because this is where they eliminate almost 50% of the candidates. So we had about 100 people yesterday at the assessment, and after the first round only 48 were left. and everyone was pretty shocked to how big the numbers were when when people were walking out the door. So I didn't though. I actually made it through the first round. So what they're looking for in this first round is how well you're able to articulate yourself, how well you are able to express your ideas in short, direct, and a proper manner, and your body language when you're giving yourself introduction, that really matters as well. And obviously your language skills, if you are a bit nervous, you're a bit shaky. So these are the type of things that they're looking for. Obviously they want someone who is confident, who is loud and clear, and just to the point. That's what they're looking for here. Now round one's done, you've made it to the next round. Right now the next round is really interesting because it's a group discussion, and it's the same thing. In the group, you might be divided into a group of 10 or a group of 12. In our case, it was a group of 12. After you're done dividing yourselves into a group and you're sat together in a circle, your group will be given a topic, a situation actually. And for us, it was a situation that we are flying from Dubai to New York, and on the flight there were 7 situations that occurred at the same time. And we as a crew had to prioritize each and every situation based on its importance and its priority. So as a group, your aim is to prioritize each and every one of those from 1 to 7 and give a presentation at the end of the 15 to 20 minutes discussion to why your group thinks that this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. And while you're discussing amongst your group, the recruiters, the HR, they will walk around the hall and they'll try to take notes. And also one of the recruiters will set up the height measurements. So for Emirates, I think the minimum height was 165 centimeters, and the minimum reach was 212 centimeters. Now their minimum reach is slightly higher than other airlines, primarily because of their A380s. Yeah, so while you're doing your group discussion, you will be asked to come out, remove your shoes, measure your height, and do the reach. And once you're done doing that, dress yourself back and go back to your seat and continue the discussion. And again, in this round, apart from the height and the reach, what they're looking for is how well you're able to give off ideas in a group, discuss. Some people tend to be more assertive on top of the others. However, this is what they do not want you to do, because the biggest thing in a cabin crew is that you should be a team player. And if you're trying to assert yourself onto others, that is going to be a big turnoff for the recruiters. Obviously, you would want to lead, but lead in a way that you listen to others as well. And obviously you have to speak up, because since they're walking around, there's only so many people they can look at. And if you speak loud and clear, they'll be able to, you'll be able to stand out. So that's what you really want to do. Be loud and clear, and really just sell yourself the best you can in the group interview, right? So when the group discussions are done, your group will come out again. You'll stand in line, and then pretty much just explain what are the priorities that your group set, and then explain that you will divide the roles amongst your group, who will be saying what and who will be doing what. So that's very internal depending on your group. Now, once that is done, you will be given another 15 to 20 minute break, right? And after the break, when you come into the room, they will have this projection screen, and on the projection screen, they will show numbers. So if your number is on the screen, congratulations, you moved on to the next round. Now, if not, then you're out, and you can reapply for this position 6 months later, because that's a cooling off period. So let's say you moved on to the next round, and what is going to be the next round? That is the English language test. Now the English language test, there's no standard questions, because it's an online test that you have to do on your phones or on your tablets, on your gadgets, whatever you bring along with you. and they will show a QR code on the screen. You scan it, and then they will probably redirect you to the link where the test is. The test is really simple. I mean, if you've done IELTS or TOEFL, I think you can get through it. I'll try to find a link, and I'll leave it in the description below. So if you want to have a mock English language test for Emirates, click the link below, and then you can probably just try to practice once or twice before you really go for the assessment or the recruitment days. Now, after the English language test is done, you've passed with flying colors. You will be moving on to the last part of the assessment day, which is the one-to-one interview. Now, the one-to-one interview can be really daunting at times, but again, it's just going to be a mixture of the first two rounds. Basically, you will be asked to give a self-introduction, but a very detailed one. Now you'll have a lot more time. Instead of the 30 seconds, maybe you'll have 1 minute, 1 minute and a half, or up to 2 minutes for you to do your self-introduction. And once you're done with your self-introductions, then it's just going back and forth with the recruiters, answering questions like why you want to work for Emirates, why do you feel that you'll be the best candidate, and what do you feel are the best qualities of qualities that a cabin crew must possess. So it really depends on how well you plan these questions, plan for these questions. And again, the main thing is be confident. Don't try to give a lot of big pauses in your answers, because then it really shows that you're not ready, you're not confident in what you want to say. And just try to be logical with your answers, because they also know that there's a lot of things going through your mind. But so if you try to be logical, if you try to be direct, then it'll be pretty good. And after that, then it's just a waiting game. Once you're done the face-to-face interview, they'll thank you for coming, and then so on. So if you are not successful after that, when you get home, you'll probably get an email saying thank you very much. In my case, I was not successful as well. When I went home about 7-8 p.m., I got an email saying thank you for your time. Unfortunately, we're not able to process go ahead with your application, but be sure to apply for other Emirates opportunities or the same position 6 months later. However, if you are accepted, then you will get what they call a golden call. And with the golden call, usually comes around a week or a month. It really depends from people to people. Once you get the golden call, you will be flying to Dubai for their 8-week intensive training. And eventually, if you pass the tests, if you pass the practicals, then you will be ready to fly as an Emirates cabin crew. Congratulations. So let me just sum up everything once again, because I know there's a lot of details that I mentioned, a lot of things that I mentioned and you might have missed out. So what happens on the assessment day is: number 1, registration; number 2, self-introduction for your group; number 2, group interview scenario and prioritizing the tasks that they've given you; and number 4, the English language test; and number 5, the one-on-one or face-to-face interview with the recruiters. And eventually number 6 would be the ideal situation for everyone, that is the golden call, right? So some things to keep in mind: dress well. The main thing would be to tidy up your hair properly, go clean shave. Now obviously I had my reasons I couldn't shave, so I told them. They said it's okay, no problem. In the interviews we can excuse it, but if you're selected, then you do have to do it. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So clean shave for men, and wear a dark colored suit, nice iron shirt with a proper tie, proper shoes, belt, leather belt. Try to wear a leather belt. Black or brown, really depends on your choice or your what color of suit you're wearing. And for ladies, try to be really professional as well. A proper business formal outfit will be really helpful. Keep your hair neat and tidy, dress well, dress to impress, as they say. And try to cover up tattoos, honestly. Make sure there's no tattoos on your visible body parts, on your hands, on your arms, on your necks, anywhere. So anywhere outside of your shoulders, it's a big no-no. They don't like, because even if it's on the arm, if you get selected, then their shirt material is quite see-through, so people can see your tattoos. So tattoos are a big no-no. Just try to cover it up, or let them know that I have a tattoo, and then they can let you know if it's acceptable or if it's not acceptable, and so on. And be loud, be clear, be confident. Try not to shake too much when you're speaking, or move your hands too much when you're speaking. And when you're talking, look at the recruiters eye to eye, give them some eye contact, and also look at your group mates in the eyes when you're talking. It really helps. It actually shows that you're actually communicating with the wider group, instead of just looking at one person or just looking around at one spot in the room. That really helps. And try to be logical with your answers. Some people try to say a lot of extra stuff that really doesn't make sense. I was trying to look for the right word, and I had one in mind, but it wouldn't be appropriate for the video. So try to be really logical with your answers, and if you're logical and it makes sense, then you'll be in the good. Be really careful with your body language, because if you're slouching too much, or if you're moving too much, then it doesn't look really professional. What you want to do is you want to sit up straight with your hands on your knees. As for boys or for girls, what I noticed a lot of girls doing was they had their hands like this, placed right in the middle. So that, and for boys, just sit up straight with your hands on your knees, and be confident. Just be like you're the best person in the room. And when you're standing, make sure you have your hands like this, just in front of you, and don't move around too much. When you're standing, stand still with your shoulders out, your chest up front. Just be confident, just be like a big guy standing like a bodyguard, like that, right? So that's what you want to do. And some things to avoid is talking too loud when other people are presenting, because it really disturbs everyone. And don't be unnecessarily clapping for things. If everyone is clapping, then you can join along, because there were some instances yesterday where a group might be presenting, and then some people would just clap at a person's self-intro, and that is really unnecessary. Really just disturbs the recruiters and the candidates as well. And don't chew gum. It's not professional if you're chewing gum in an interview. And drink water. Yeah, you can do that. You can drink water, have your coffee if you brought along. That's completely acceptable. You don't have to raise your hand to ask. We're not kids anymore. So that's just a few things that you have to be mindful of. But all in all, I would say if you're going to your Emirates assessment day, don't be nervous. Just be yourself. Just give it your best. And if you give it your best, don't worry if you don't make it, because there were people that were coming there for the 7th time. I was really shocked. They were like, I've been to Canada, I've been to Malaysia, I've been to all parts of the world for their recruitment days, and this is my 7th attempt. And I don't know if they made it or not. I hope they did, because 7 times is a lot. That's a lot of commitment just to be an Emirates crew. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect on the Emirates assessment day from what my experience was yesterday. And I hope you had something to take away from this video. And if you have any more questions, if you want to clarify something that I've just said, just hit me up. Just comment down in the video, and I'll let you know. If you want to ask me personally, this is my Instagram ID. You can just drop me a DM there as well, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. And I'm actually now planning to do the Etihad assessment day as well at Etihad Airways. So if I do end up being called up for the interviews, I'll let you guys know, and we'll also do a video on their assessment day and how it goes. But that is to be seen, because I've only applied for that. I'm still waiting for the emails on their online tests, online interviews, and hopefully face-to-face interviews. So thank you guys very much. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.